Hey, it's Erin. Let's talk about building shoulders. Today, I want to share 5 of my 10 favorite shoulder exercises. Stay tuned next week because we're going to release part 2 of this video series. Now, shoulders are one of my favorite muscle groups to train because you can completely change the shape of your body just by building out the shoulders. It's really important to note that there are 3 heads to the shoulders. So you have your front, side, and rear delts. Now, if you're looking to create the illusion of a smaller waist, we want to really focus more on the side or that lateral delt and the rear delt. What this is going to do is it's going to give you beautiful capped shoulders. It's going to give you that width across the upper body, which in turn is going to make the waist look smaller. And then flip around from the back view, beautifully developed rear delts, sort of like the icing on the cake, right? So you're looking at the V taper of the back, and building out those rear delts is going to give you just that little bit of extra width in the back. Now keep in mind that the rear delts are a very small muscle, so we have to be careful with our exercise selection so other muscle groups don't take over, namely the lats. And with our side delts, we also have to be careful of the traps, making sure the traps don't take over. So if you've been doing lateral raises and shoulder presses and not seeing really great results, this video is for you. So without further ado, let's go through 5 of my top 10 favorite shoulder exercises for building beautiful, bolder shoulders. Our first exercise is a Z press. Now, of course, this is a shoulder press variation, and you're probably thinking, why are we not doing shoulder press? Well, the Z press is a very unique exercise in that it is going to improve your core strength and stability. It is excellent for shoulder health as it puts you into proper pressing position. It also improves hip mobility. So this is going to directly translate to all of your other lifts. And for this exercise, you want to use a Smith machine. You can also use dumbbells here. And get underneath the bar. You want to be just behind the bar with your legs out in front of you. You like to have a nice wide base with the feet. And press to parallel with the upper arms. I go below. If it feels good, you can go below. And as you bring the bar down, you're going to lean back slightly. As you press up, you're going to lean forward slightly. So this should be a very natural feeling position. Keep those wrists nice and straight. Wrap your thumbs around the bar. Exhale as you press up. Next exercise is a face pull with external rotation. Now this exercise is excellent for hitting both those side and rear delts, and putting the external rotation in here is going to further help improve that shoulder health. Now here I'm using 2 ropes. So this is just your regular rope, and you're going to move the attachment to the end and make sure that the rope is even on both sides, or you're grasping it evenly on both sides. You want to grasp with an overhand grip, pull to about collarbone height, and once you get there, you're going to externally rotate and really think about pulling those ropes apart. As far as cable setup, you want that cable to be at right about neck height, maybe just above collarbone height. Weight is evenly distributed through the feet. Soft knees, this is going to help absorb any shock and keep that core nice and tight. Now take your time with this exercise. Cables are excellent. It's going to give you that constant tension, and you should really feel it in the side and rear delts. And as you can see, you do not need a lot of weight here. Our next exercise is a cable crossover lateral raise. And I love this exercise for keeping constant tension on the delts. So you're going to pop the double cable down to the lowest pin. And again, lightweight here. If you want, you can lean forward slightly. This is going to hit those rear delts a little bit too. And keep that constant tension. So spend very little time with your upper arm perpendicular to the floor. And really focus on pulling evenly with both sides. I try to get my hands to about parallel to the floor, so palms facing down, slight bend in the elbow. You don't want to lock the elbow out, but you also don't want to bend the elbow throughout the exercise. This is going to recruit the triceps. We really want to keep that tension on those delts. Next exercise is a T raise. And here we're really targeting those rear delts. So you're going to move the bench to about a 45-degree angle. And if you don't have this bench is not in every gym. You can use a regular adjustable bench. Now here you want to think about keeping that chest up, keeping constant tension. So don't spend a lot of time at the bottom. You can think about exploding upward, taking a little bit more time with the negative, and think about pressing the dumbbells out versus pulling them up. So if you think about a pushing them away versus pulling them up, this can help quiet the traps. So try to keep the rest of your body nice and still. Focus on just those rear delts, and you're going to need a light weight here. If you go heavy, all the other little muscles are going to take over. So you're going to have teres, rhomboids, traps, everything taking over. Next, we're moving on to a wide grip upright row. Now, switching to a wider grip is going to help shoulder health and wrist health. So as you can see, you're able to keep the wrists nice and straight. The shoulders can move more freely. Now with this exercise, I have really good mobility here, so I'm able to get my upper arm to about parallel to the floor. It's okay if you're not. If you can't go as high, totally fine. The idea here is to lean forward slightly, keep those dumbbells out about 1.5 times shoulder width so that your lower arm stays almost perpendicular to the floor. And it's okay with that shorter range of motion. Again, we're working on constant tension here, and you don't want to go up so high that those traps kick in. So really focus and pay attention to just hitting the delts here. That was 5 of my top 10 favorite shoulder exercises. Stay tuned for next time when we go through the next 5. If you like this video, please consider subscribing and joining the Fit Fam. And if you try any of these exercises, or if you try any of these cues, tag me on social media. I really enjoy seeing you take the exercises and the workouts and making them your own. That's what fitness is all about. If you have any ideas for upcoming videos, questions you might have, or anything you'd like to see, please comment below and we'll make it happen. Until next time, train hard, y'all.